Ultimate 48 Hour Author, and today we're in Adelaide. We're making the rounds, and this is the gorgeous Chrissy here who wrote this particular book from Crappy versus Happy. I love the cover because it's so happy and really stands out. Chrissy came to our May retreat last year, so it is May now, so exactly 12 months since your retreat.
Yes.
And you just told me, I always like to know how many months did it take after retreat for her to publish the book, and she said I had it in hand by October.
Absolutely.
Which again is a reasonable time frame. 3-4 months after retreat. For you, I think it was probably closer to 5, but that's okay.
Yes.
And so we'll hear a little bit about her book, her story, and how she found it all. So Chrissy, tell us, where did the desire to write a book come from?
I had many books inside me, but didn't know how to get started or the process, and it just seemed to be taking forever. I had no direction. I knew I wanted to write a book, but where to?
Yeah. Had you been thinking about it for a super long time?
Yes, I had many in my book file on my computer for years and years and
years.
You
had started?
Yes,
many
times.
Yeah. And so what is this book about? Obviously, we can kind of make sense of Crappy versus Happy, but tell us a bit more about content. And
So I worked in corporate, and before that I was quite a free bird. I went into corporate and found myself going down this slippery slope of unhappiness and wondering where I'd lost myself. And I was a primary breadwinner, so it was a little bit difficult to actually leave that space over time. And I got myself into a better space by using natural stuff instead of going on to any, pharmaceuticals to get out of a deep dark hole. I thought, no, I want to try this, and this book is basically about how I did it and how I got myself from this really crappy place of not wanting to really get out of bed and move around and trying to get out of the place I was into a happier space. And it's just a step-by-step book on how to do that.
Yeah. And you do some different stuff now. You're obviously not in corporate. What does your business involve nowadays?
Right. Yeah, so now I run a meditation centre, and I've come on to be a mind, body and spirit life coach.
Nice.
And I learned all about how important coaches and mentors are in your life.
Yeah.
And so my business has expanded, and I now do a core program called Dare to Grow, which is basically the step-by-steps in the book, but with a little more deeper stuff that I've learned through my training.
Because this is really the overview of the information, if you like, which is what you can't put absolutely everything in books, but the depth comes from the work that you do with your clients. And what I always say, this is the business card on steroids that attracts the clientele in.
Yes.
Yeah. So in saying that, how hard or easy was it to write the book, and how did you find the process of spending some time with us?
The process of spending time with you guys was ultimately, it was authentic, it was real, it got me off my butt to do something, and my mind was in the old school way of sitting and typing and editing, and you guys just made it so easy, super easy, super simple. It was just great.
Now, one thing I remember about Chrissy was that you hadn't been away from your partner very much or ever at all when she decided to come away is that right?
Yeah.
And you first actually came to a masterclass, and then you did your retreat. So what we do, guys, is we host these 2-day masterclasses, which are additional trainings over and above the retreat.
Yes.
And Chrissy attended that beforehand because she had some time in the lead up of her retreat, and that was the first time she had left her partner. And since I've seen you travel a lot more, gone to China with your mum, and embraced more of that traveling, because I think some of the things you were saying, you didn't even know what to do at the airport or something.
I didn't. I was on my own, and because of the anxiety that I had, I'd been with my partner and my kids for like 23 years, and I think the longest I'd ever been was one night, and that would be staying at my mum's house, which was like 2-hour drive away. And to get on a plane and actually leave everything behind was like, oh my God, this is really scary. But you guys always made it comfortable, and I got to the hotel in Melbourne. Didn't know what I was doing, and saw you guys and your smiley faces, and just went, everything's all right. It's like I was coming home to family as well, because that's how you make us feel. You make us feel part of it and part of your family, and really Yeah.
Well, Chrissy's here today helping us crew. She's done it a few times beforehand as well. She's kind of like my head crew here in Adelaide. And it's really, I really appreciate, you know, the connection, not just that we make to help you achieve the wish and dream of writing that first book, but then how we ongoing keep in touch, and we'll see you guys back at masterclasses. And I've seen stories like Chrissy's where people have not travelled or gone anywhere away from their families and all that, and then all of a sudden, I think this process is not just about the book, but it's a real personal transformation, would you say?
Oh, absolutely. The book is just the beginning. After that, like to get up and speak in front of people, the confidence, being prepared for lots of things through the Speaking for Profit class and all those master classes that we get to do as part of this journey. It's just mind-blowing. It is. It's really
so, where can people get the book? Aside from, I think your Kindle is available on Amazon.
Yes.
Your paperback version, though, through your website, which is?
www.happyhealing.com.au.
That's an easy one to remember, happyhealing.com.au. I'll post the link on in the comments of this. Grab a book, like it really is a toolkit for, you know, if you have been from that in that background in corporate and want to step out and just rediscover yourself and reinvent yourself, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much, gorgeous Chrissy, and see you guys. Talk to you soon. All the best.